Okay, class, today we are going to do our first online classroom. So we're going to be doing our coordinate plane worksheet. You all received one of these when you walked into the class. So first thing we're going to talk about is this origin. It says origin, put a green dot on the origin. So if you will, please get a green colored pencil, green, and you will be putting a green dot right here on the origin. The origin is where both the x and y axis meet. The origin is the coordinate plane of 0, 0. That is the origin. All right, next is our y-axis. The y-axis, it says to color blue. Now, our y-axis is what goes up and down. Up and down is your y-axis because y is up and down. So up and down is your y-axis. You should be coloring that blue. Next is your x-axis. The x-axis is what goes across. This is your x-axis. It goes from left to right. This is your horizontal axis. Goes left to right. So please color that one. Left to right as your x-axis. So just to recap, our origin is right here in the middle. Our y-axis goes up and down. This is our vertical axis. Y is blue. And our x-axis goes left to right. This is our horizontal axis. Next, it says to shade in quadrant 1 yellow. Now, quadrant 1 is this area right here. We're going to go ahead and color this entire area yellow. This is our first quadrant. Quadrant 1 is right here. Now, when it comes to quadrants, they like to write in what's called Roman numerals. This right here means 1. It looks like an uppercase I. That is our first quadrant. All right, quadrant 2. Shade in quadrant 2 purple. So please get your purple pencil. And quadrant 2 will be right here. The quadrants are sort of formed in a counterclockwise direction. Quadrant 2 is to the left of quadrant 1. If you look at sort of counterclockwise. So if I was to ask you where would quadrant 3 be, where you're coloring in orange, you would move counterclockwise. So quadrant 3 is right down here. And quadrant 3's Roman numerals is just 1, 2, 3 with a line over it to stand for quadrant 3. And we're going to color that orange. So please take your orange pencil and color it orange. Which brings us to our last and final quadrant, 4, which we're going to color pink. 4 in Roman numerals terms is a 1 and then a V. This stands for 4. This is quadrant 4. So we will be coloring in that pink. Now for all you artists out there, please don't spend a lot of time worrying with the colors. It's okay. It's just supposed to be visual. So let's have a quick recap once again. Our origin is in the middle. It is where the y and x coordinates meet. It is where those axes come in and meet. Our x-axis is horizontal. It goes left to right. Our y-axis is vertical. It goes up and down. When it comes to our quadrants, they move in a counterclockwise position with 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, these are in Roman numerals, so you want to be careful there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, now let's talk about graphing our coordinates. Graphing our coordinates.